Mami wata keli keli. Mami wata keli keli. Mami wata keli keli.
Art is a protection ritual. Dance is a protection ritual. So every time you dance, you are creating a protection ritual for yourself. And you are co-creating it with not just yourself and your spirit, but with everybody that walks with you.
The power of having your voice being heard.
There's something that is deep in the roots of who we are.
I feel my spirit is at the pit of my gut. And that is what dictates how I live.
We are strong individuals. We are strong, even stronger collectively.
I feel a bit starved for this kind of nourishment.
The beauty of dance, as one of the first forms of art and one of the first forms of storytelling, is that we are able to connect in ways that most people can't.
I was in a dark place for a long time. Took a long time for me to get out of there. But then the next thing happened. And the next thing happened.
I feel like my tolerance level has gone down. I feel like what I used to tolerate, I don't anymore.
We have lineage of people closing off their throat chakra because many of us, our ancestors, were not allowed to talk, couldn't speak their own natural languages, couldn't speak amongst each other.
We are used to inheriting that trauma.
I can't flap all change for you right now.
We know that we are being hit extremely hard and severe. We're used to inheriting this rage. What it took for our parents to survive, not even thrive, just survive.
Some people inherit the wealth of slavery, and some people inherit the misery.
It is much easier to hate, to be racist, to have prejudices.
Like I can't be complacent. Like I can't.
We have been fed this victimization narrative that reinforces in our heads that we're somehow lower, we're victims.
I'm learning what love really means.
I do not want to have conversations about if racism exists, if anti-Blackness exists, if Indigenous people are still suffering.
I'm really trying to think about change and what that looks like.
There was this monumentous weight of, we have to all make change right now.
The first show I was on, it had been open for 10 years, and I was the first woman of color hired. I was light enough to get hired.
To me, everything else can feel performative. Every action, every inaction, everything that you choose to do or not.
When you hire me to do something, you hire all of me. You don't just hire what you see visibly, you hire all of me.
How do I appeal to your heart?
I want them to know that I'm there and I'm in it and I will do the work and I will have the hard conversations and I will sit in the discomfort and I will be that and I will model that.
It was a wake-up call for us, actually. This idea of trying to prove our humanity to people who were never meant to recognize it.
I'm dealing with a lot of Black dancers and they come in with all of that in the room and it's heavy. And I have to make space for it.
They have to understand where that's coming from and do that self-reflection and be honest and acknowledge this is actually what our history has been. This is why that history was like that. Now we are ready to do better.
We've inherited shame because of our histories, but there's nothing to be shamed about. Our ancestors survived, that's why we're here.
It's been really hard to see, to make space, looking at those young Black brothers coming in, knowing that they're facing different challenges than I am.
It was a wake-up call for us, actually.
when you have what's called a servant's heart, and you are constantly giving and serving other people,
how do we check in with our spirit? Like, how do we take care of our spirit in these moments?
I think I've been a little bit more honest with myself and those around me about honoring my boundaries.
Whenever the frequency of outside gets to be too much, I really try and honor my solitude.
This is a theme for me right now, is negotiation and navigation.
how many of us are tired.
I believe in everyone's good intentions, but
tired of the change not happening immediately, tired of the change not happening overnight.
If it could change overnight, it would have.
The things we do every day, from the minute we get up in the morning to the moment we go to bed at night, are all signs of how much we love ourselves. We teach people how to love us by showing them how we love ourselves.
Truly loving someone else, we throw that word way too easily.
Nothing that we have to give is without value. Our lives are not without value. Our gifts, our dance, our song, our tears, our joy, our laughter, none of it is without value.
I've never felt happier dancing because I'm dancing in a place where I can clear the space.
How I choose to use my power, I think, has been a big subject for myself, because my power is internal. My power is for myself. It's deep. I only choose to share my power with certain individuals that I know receive it the right way, that will not abuse it.
Whose story are we really telling in our art? Is it just our own? Because we are an amalgamation of all of our ancestors. They are walking through us. They are walking with us, right? They lift us up and keep us going.
What do I need to do every day so I can be as close to okay as I can be? Which is not, like, that's not self-care. That's sustenance, that's maintenance, that's tolerance, right? Like real, deep, juicy, good self-care. That's what I want.
There are many things that our ancestors weren't able to do. They were not able to rest. Rest was a far and away concept. We are able to create a ritual out of resting and just not having to do anything, like guilt-free rest. Take it. At every opportunity, take it.
To be clear, I don't always succeed, but that's part of being human. And sometimes it's trial and error.
Rest is resistance. Rest is revolutionary. Rest is our ancestors' dreams fulfilled. So rest. Allow yourself to rest.
I see as artists as being teachers, no matter if you want to accept it or not. When you present the work out there, it should be a reflection of yourself, your community.
Honesty brings conversation, which brings healing. And that to me is the root of what I'm moving toward, the healing.
Mami wata keli keli. seliabi ira muhalenge rafe keli 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 oh keli 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 oh mami wata mubaraira marasime je murafe kobima